You know, sometimes you want to watch something, but your brain's just not up for a real movie. You don't want drama, twist, or anything that kinda takes effort. You just want something easy, low-key, and actually good. That's why I gathered 10 perfect movies for when you don't want to watch a movie. So, let's get into it.
My child has a unique sense of humor.
You know anything?
Could you call the Make-A-Wish Foundation and tell them I want a blowjob from Katy Perry?
Number 10. So this one is an easy win. It's about a guy who becomes a caregiver for a teenager with muscular dystrophy. That might sound heavy, but trust me, it's more like a road trip comedy than drama. They just hit the road together, roast each other, chit-chat, and even pick up a few random people along the ride.
Buy it to the James? Isn't that what they say in your country? Check it out, man. The world's biggest bovine. You good?
Yeah, you? Do.
You know, the cool thing about the fundamental of caring is that it never gets too emotional or tries too hard, just like many other movies. It's just about two dudes figuring their stuff out and not being super annoying while doing it. The characters feel real, like I was genuinely wanted to hang out with them.
We need Bob. Tell him it's Trevor. And if that doesn't jog his memory, say he's in a wheelchair. And if that doesn't jog his memory, say he's your son.
And if that doesn't jog his memory, say you're an enormous dick.
So I can say, this is one of those movies that's low-key funny and just really watchable, and I don't know why. So if you're not in the mood for anything loud or dramatic, this is the one.
Fireworks.
I think you're ready for the next steps in basic training.
I think I'm getting better than you.
Let's not get ahead of yourself here, okay?
Number 9. This one's about a weird ad from a guy who claims he can time travel, and a journalist who tries to investigate whether he's just crazy or maybe not.
You know, see if maybe he believes in this stuff. I don't know. I think it could be funny.
You want to do it?
Can I get a couple of interns? Help me with
I'll
the
do
research?
it. Me, too, please. Me.
All right, give me the lesbian and the Indian, and I got a story.
Safety Not Guaranteed doesn't take itself seriously at all. The characters just kind of float through awkward conversations and weird little moments, and you're along for the ride. There's a bit of romance in there, but it's never cringy or forced or something like that.
I believe that there are purists out there, and that's why I put that ad in the paper. I think you're ready. I trust you.
You should.
I'm telling you, it's one of those movies where the vibe matters more than the plot. You can just sit back and let it happen. I highly recommend if you want something fun and different, but not heavy.
I hope that if you're watching this video, something incredible has happened.
Arthur, you're coming to live with me now, okay? That's the bathroom. This is the living room.
Number 8. Let's make it a bit more emotional. It's about a guy dealing with his dad coming out late in life and also just trying to figure out his own relationships. The movie jumps around in time a little bit, but you gotta be alright with that because it's never in a confusing way.
Married for 44 years until my mother died. 6 months later, my father told me he was gay.
I'm gay.
The vibe in this one is super mellow. Lots of quiet moments and the kind of storytelling that's more about feeling than plot, which makes it real good for this list.
Half of them think things will never work out. The other half believe in magic.
Beginners is beautiful in this low-key indie way. If you like the kind of movies where not much happens but everything feels meaningful, this is what you're looking for.
Magic.
The memory of love's refrain.
Where do you live?
In the depot.
What grade are you in?
I'm finished with school.
Number 7. A guy who just wanna be left alone. Yep, just like that. So he moves into an abandoned train station in a quiet town.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry. Can I give you a ride somewhere?
No.
You sure?
Yes.
There is a friendship that is slowly forms between 3 characters, and it just kinda rolls along in a very chill way, we can say. Nobody's yelling, nobody's saving the world, just real people being real people.
Very lucky, bro. She's a pretty woman. You're the man. What do you mean? You're the man. Okay.
The station agent is the definition of a movie you watch when you don't want to think about anything. So if you're in the mood for something small, grounded, and a little funny without trying too hard, this one is a perfect choice.
Guys, can you come up here and talk? Seriously, this sucks.
Usual for you?
What is this?
New indie mix on Spotify.
This is my band. You guys, this is my band.
This is my band!
Number 6. Now, this one has music in it, but it's not a musical movie. If you don't know what I'm saying, let me tell you. It's about a father and daughter who starts making music together before she leaves for college. That's it. That's the whole story.
I don't want to be in a band. And even if I did, I'm not going to be in one with my dad.
It's got this indie energy that makes everything feel warm and easygoing, and you vibe to the songs and everything. And even if you're only half watching it, Hearts Beat Loud is still gonna feel good in the background.
It's time to get away. Let's just do our thing.
What thing? We've never done this before.
You know, it's one of those rare films where nothing really dramatic happens. And that's kind of the point. If you're tired and just want something wholesome and catchy, this is the one.
It's not a drill.
Number 5. Okay, we're going quieter and quieter. It's about a father and daughter again, but they're living in the woods. And what happens when the world starts creeping back into their lives. It's not a survival kinda or dramatic though. It's a calm and grounded and super watchable movie for many reasons that I'm about to tell you.
My day-to-day life is full of things that keep me interested.
True.
I have nightmares or troubling dreams.
There's barely any music or noise in this movie. Leave No Trace just lets you breathe with the characters. The story flows in a super gentle way and with a taste of some emotional themes.
We're wearing their clothes, we're in their house, we're eating their food, we're doing their work. We have adapted.
It's kind of beautiful in how simple it is, you know? If you're not in the mood for something loud or bright and want something just slow and peaceful, this one's a really solid pick.
Where are you guys headed?
I don't think we knew where we were going.
And I know that you two boys are just two weary travelers who lost your way. So, we're gonna clean you up right with a baptism.
I'm more of baptism by fire type.
Okay.
Number 4. This is a road trip movie, but with boats and wrestling and one of the most likable characters ever. It's about a guy with Down syndrome who runs away from his care home because he wants to become a wrestler. And Shia LaBeouf somehow ends up tagging along. And that's when this story begins.
Number 2, I'm in charge. Hey, what's rule number 1?
Party?
No, not party.
The Peanut Butter Falcons story is quite simple and full of heart. The characters have great chemistry, and it's kind of funny in a quiet, random kind of way.
With Down syndrome in the middle of nowhere.
All right, well, while you've been doing paperwork, we've been doing something called living. Oh, man!
Let me tell you one thing. This one's just really easy to enjoy. You don't have to pay super close attention. And even if you doze off for a few minutes, you'll still know what's going on.
Friends are the family you choose.
Egos, you need a name.
Falcon! Peanut Butter Falcon!
I think Hemingway was, no art worth a damn was ever created out of happiness, I can tell you that much. That's why we're all such miserable assholes.
So you know you're a miserable asshole.
What, you think I'm an idiot?
Number 3. We got another road trip one, just a bit more emotional this time. Not too much though. It's about a guy who has to take his estranged dad across the country to get his last rolls of film developed before the last Kodachrome lab shuts down. It sounds dramatic and maybe boring, but no, it's actually very chill and beautiful.
4 rolls he shot a really long time ago and he wants you to drive them.
I have not spoken to the man in over a decade.
He's dying.
I realized that the road trip parts keeps it moving, and there's a mix of dry humor and a little conversations that are supernatural by the way, and overall it's easy to get into, and you don't need to be like focused.
Given up on so much stuff in my life. I'm tired of doing it.
She is only moved.
Kodachrome is one of those movies where the characters do most of the work. The story just kind of flows and the vibe is peaceful, and overall it's like a long drive with some good music.
How am I doing?
You're holding your own.
I remember better days.
It's up, the review's out. His dramatic weight gain can only be explained by the fact that he must be eating all the food sent back to the kitchen.
If you haven't seen this, you're in for a good time. It's about a chef who quits his restaurant job and starts a food truck with his kid and some of his crew. And they go cross-country making Cuban sandwiches. That's literally the whole thing.
Chevy Grumman food truck is a blank canvas for your dreams. I'm gonna have him pull it around. Thank you. Don't thank me till you see it.
The movie is filled with music, food, and just good vibes. Chef is the kind of movie that makes you want to cook something at 12 a.m. Also, the pacing is fast as well, which is very important to me when I want to watch a movie.
I was like, that's what I want to do.
Look, it's a no-brainer watch. There's barely any drama, the characters are likable, and it's just fun. If you're stressed or bored or just don't want to deal with anything complicated, Chef is all you need.
I get to touch people's lives with what I do, and I love it. And I want to share this with you.
We had a look at our accounts and...
We're taking you out of school.
We're not taking you out of school, we're transferring you.
Number 1. Okay, this one is the best. It's about a teenager in 1980s Dublin who starts a band to impress a girl. Sounds basic, I know, but it's so much more than that. It's creative, funny, and filled with good vibes.
You risk being ridiculed.
Jesus, what are you all wearing?
Yeah, we're just working that out.
The songs are catchy, the characters are lovable, and the story keeps things moving without ever being too deep or too heavy or something like that. I don't know, watching Sing the Street was like a dream of being young and reckless again.
It's gonna be amazing.
I'll try and come.
You have to come.
I'm just saying, if you're gonna pick just one movie from this list, make it this one. But if not, and you wanna go into rom-coms a bit deeper, but now you know and I know all of them are alike and cringe, I'll give you this video where you can find 10 perfect, not cringe rom-coms you haven't seen yet, but you totally should.
I actually love this band.